Greetings. This is Justin Allen, the Elite Nurse Practitioner. Welcome to the Elite Nurse Practitioner Show, a podcast dedicated to nurse practitioner entrepreneurism and achieving financial freedom, where I talk directly with nurse practitioners who need help. Listen up, our market is saturated. Jobs can be scarce. We are underpaid. We are undervalued. We are taken advantage of by the sharks within the healthcare system, and frankly, screw that. Sick of it, and it's time for a change. And listen, I'm here to help make that happen. We are powerful. We can forge a path where we are in control of our career and ultimately our financial and personal well-being. You do not need to submit to healthcare administrators and your doctor overlords. You do not have to take the measly salary. You do not have to work 50 to 60 hours a week. There is a different way, and I'm here to show you that path. This podcast is raw and unfiltered. I have not talked to the nurse practitioners in this podcast prior to the call outside of an email exchange to schedule the episode. What you're about to listen to is a consultation session between a nurse practitioner and myself. It is real, it is unscripted, it is unplanned, and I have no idea what we're going to talk about. Anything and everything can happen during our conversation. The nurse practitioners in these episodes are struggling with an issue in their professional or financial life, and they have reached out to me for help. My goal is to help the nurse practitioner with actionable advice that will enhance and improve their professional, business, and financial life. My other goal is to hopefully help my nurse practitioner sisters and brothers build a more productive, powerful, and free life. So I hope the content and information within these podcast episodes does just that. All right, onto the episode. Hello, everyone. Today we'll be talking to Amber, who is a family nurse practitioner. Currently, she's working full-time at a pain management clinic. She started a brick-and-mortar wellness clinic where she focuses on hormone replacement therapy, weight loss, primary care, and some mental health. She's needing assistance with how to pivot from full-time work to part-time work to focus on the business, staffing, and a variety of other issues to help her practice succeed. Hey, Amber, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you, Justin?
Hey, I'm doing good. Thanks for hopping on here. So, tell us about yourself. How long have you been a nurse practitioner? What sorts of things you've been doing?
So I've been a nurse practitioner for 14 years in August. I started out in primary care for 8.5 years, doing pretty much everything. Very busy clinic. I did some women's health, and then just everything under the sun. We saw all of it, and I was very busy there. After 8.5 years, I decided I wanted to specialize. Went to Mayo Clinic and worked in the endocrinology department. It was kind of a hybrid hospital clinic role where I specialized mostly in diabetes and thyroid disease there. And after I had my second child, I was starting to burn out with the long hours on call, the pager, all of it. I was exhausted. And around that time, received a phone call from a prior business associate who offered me the position in pain management, which was very appealing because it was 4.5 days a week, no call, no weekends, much more work-life balance for me. And so here I am doing that. It's interventional pain, so it's not just medication. I do intra-articular injections. So it's a little bit of a mix with procedures and inpatient visits. So I like that part of it. That's what I'm doing now. And continue to do. And then Mondays, so I do this 3.5 days a week. And then Mondays, I am in my practice full time or all day. And then I add like a few patients on my lunch break here, telemedicine, and Fridays. I have a half day Fridays. So I add some telemed patients from my practice occasionally on Friday afternoons.
Perfect. Okay. Sounds like you're pretty much doing what I did. I mean, I would do the exact same thing. I was like working at an urgent care and when it was slow, I'd go ahead and like knock out a couple telemedicine visits, or if I got off early, I would go back. I'd go to the clinic and get some patients out of the way, that sort of a thing. So you're pretty much doing exactly what I did. So you're maximizing your time here, right?
Yes. So it was funny. Like I literally came home from work one day. I was talking to my friends, and I was like, you know what? I have so much more to offer than just pain management. I'm tired of kind of doing the same thing 9 to 5, making similar pay. And I know I can do this now. I'm confident I can do this on my own. And I literally went on podcasts and just Googled searched nurse practitioner, and your podcast came up, and it literally just spoke to me. Like it was the craziest timing of it all. And that's when the whole business started.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, that's kind of the main point of this podcast, to be perfectly honest with you, is just to motivate people to,
get their head out of this brainwashed system and, go a different route, So
100%, 100%.
Yeah. So congratulations. I'm sure you're starting to see the writing on the wall, right? Like you're starting to see money come into this business and you're starting to like, is the curtain being lifted, in front of your eyes when you kind of seeing the actual like reality of what's possible?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's very eye-opening.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like you probably make more in 1 hour in your business than you probably could make in 6 or 8 hours working at the clinic, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like it makes you
enjoy it.
And you enjoy it. Yeah, exactly. So, it's really an eye-opening thing when you realize how valuable you really are. You know what I mean? When you start working for yourself, making your own money, you just start realizing how you've been taken advantage of your entire career, basically. So,
right.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I think some of it was a confidence thing. Once for having all of that clinical experience definitely gave me more confidence that I could do it on my own, but I'm sure that everybody's different when it comes to that. In the state I'm living in, as the autonomous practice law did not go into effect until 2020. So I don't know that I could have done what I'm doing quite to the same capacity prior to that. So my only regret is that I didn't apply for autonomy then. You know what I mean? I just didn't even realize that this was possible.
Yeah. No, it's definitely possible, and what's going to be crazy for you too is a year or two from now when you're, making $100,000 a month in your business, you're going to be like, geez, why did I wait so long?
I hope so.
Yeah. How old are you?
I am 40.
40, exact same age as me. So you're a 1984 baby, huh?
Yep.
Okay. So same age as me. So listen, you'll never go back. Yeah, you're just not going to. Like once you start getting this going and whatnot, you'll always be a business owner, entrepreneur. You'll never be employed again. So
I hope you're right, Justin.
I think so. Like, listen, I've talked to hundreds of NPs, and trust me, like the ones who stay working are the ones who always have to have that safety cushion. You know what I mean? Like they have to have that guarantee. And I know your first question is, when do you pivot from full-time work to part-time work, or when do you actually quit your job? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think one of the biggest things there is that you have to be comfortable knowing that, first off, that your business is a lot more secure than an employed position can ever be, because at the end of the day, you're not in control. You know what I mean? They can fire you. They can lay you off. The business goes down. They can say, hey, we're paying this woman too much. Let's hire a noob grad for $20 less an hour. You know what I mean? So it's not in your control, but a business, it is in your control, right? Like the harder you work, the more money you make. If you want to take it easy for a little while, you take it easy for a little while. You want to take a week off, you take a week off,
as long as you keep plugging away. I think
exactly.
That's the important thing.
Yeah, exactly. So I think, the big thing for you from transitioning from full-time work to part-time work is, first off, make sure that your financial life is, pretty dialed in and under control. So with that said, I'm going to ask you a couple of financial questions. So where are you at debt-wise in your life?
Not bad. I don't have any credit card debt other than like my current rolling, which I pay off every month. And then I have a mortgage, a boat payment. Both our cars are paid off, my husband and I. That's pretty much it. I have a couple of investment accounts so that I could like tap into if I really had to. As far as savings go, I have a little savings, not a huge amount, in both business and personal accounts. So yeah, I'm not doing, I don't really have a lot of debt, no, other than like the typical debt that everybody has.
Yeah. I mean, a mortgage, you have to have a place to live. You're going to pay rent or you're going to pay a mortgage payment. I mean, there's really no way around it, right? So, so that's good debt. The boat payment, that could be argued if that's, I've owned boats before. Yeah, they're
we have 2 boys, so we use it a lot. We really do. I know everyone tells you not to buy one, but we really do use it a lot. So good. I feel like it is. And because our trucks are paid for, I feel like it's okay. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's not a huge payment either.
Yeah.
$50.
Oh, okay. That's nothing then. I mean,
yeah.
When I owned, I I've owned a couple bass boats in my life, and yeah, I use the shit out of it. I love that thing.
So
Yeah.
fun.
It's so much fun. I live in the desert now, so I don't even know where the hell I would even take it out. So, okay, yeah, that's not a problem. So basically, you're not overly leveraged. Your monthly expenses are, just off the top of your head here. How much do you spend a month, for life?
For life, probably about $5,000 to $6,000.
$5,000 to $6,000. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we do spend money on food and things, probably a little more than that. I mean,
so it's probably
I'm
more like
talking about
7 or
base.
8,000.
Yeah, like base, like core needs is probably 6,000 or so. But like,
yeah.
And then spending others.
Right. I mean, you got to live some life and have some fun. So let's just call it $8,000. So, your husband, does he do okay?
Yeah. I mean, I'm the person that holds all the benefits for our family. So that's a big pressure. And he is also a business owner, and he does like construction, carpentry, handyman stuff, like kind of he's like a jack of all trades. He does really well, but it's just, he doesn't have benefits with his job. So I can't be like, yeah, I can just get insurance for my husband and do whatever. But I don't have that luxury. I have to, I have to provide benefits for everybody.
Okay. So could you live off of his income? It would be
not with the way that I like to.
No. Okay. But could you buckle down for 3 or 4 months and live off of his income if you needed to?
Yes.
If you needed to, absolute, just, bare bones. We're going to have to buckle down for a few months. Like, I'm talking about worst case scenario here,
Oh, yeah. Because he can always add on more work. Like, him and I work super hard, and he could, like, sometimes he has to cut back to help with the kids, and I can't do that as often. But then there's other weeks where he can, like, add more and more work. So, yes, he can absolutely hold us if we had to. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay. All right. So, benefits. Yeah, benefits are one of those handcuff kind of things for, with a job, right?
I know.
Yeah. It's kind of one of those things that I'm not going to say the elite or the people in the ivory tower or whatever, but it's basically something that employers and the system do to kind of keep you in line and to keep you employed, right? Well, we offer these amazing benefits that you'll never be able to get yourself. It's a bunch of horse shit. You can get, so like, health insurance obviously is one of those things that you're probably going to need, right? I mean, you're a nurse practitioner. You can handle the family's basic health needs, right? You can call in antibiotics.
Oh, yeah. I already do.
Right. I mean, I do too. I think you're stupid if you don't,
Yeah.
Like I see this stuff that it's not ethical and stuff. I'm like, what world are you living in? I'm sorry, but it's my fucking family. I can treat my family,
Yes. Like within reason, I'm totally fine doing that. And like ordering labs, ordering imaging.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, I know the rep at the local imaging center. I get discounts on MRI.
Right. So you
really
can
more for catastrophic more than anything. Like my son, they're boys. They get in accidents. Like things happen. We've been to the hospital multiple times. Like things happen.
So you can do your general family's basic health care through your practice, labs or imaging. You can do the stuff in urgent care and a family practice can do, right? So you have that covered, right? So all you need is to find a high deductible plan. Okay. And you put your kids on it, you put your husband on it, you call it a day. That's what I do with my family. Like my deductible is something like, it's like $18,000. But you know what? I'm probably never going to use it unless something catastrophic happens. And guess what? I have the $18,000. So whatever. You know what I mean?
I think I got so used to going to providers at Mayo that I'm like accustomed to trying to find a plan that allows me to still go there, and they only accept like Blue Cross PPO, which I guess I could go without for a little while, but I love some of the doctors there. And so that was one reason that, my insurance might be a little more costly.
Well, I guarantee you they have cash rates. Okay. There's billionaires and millionaires that go there that just pay cash.
They definitely do, because they have a concierge program. I knew patients that were
So again, I don't think I'd worry too much about it. Okay. So just get a high deductible plan, call it a day. I have a high deductible plan with Blue Cross Blue Shield. It costs, for me and my family, I think it's like $1,000 a month. Okay.
Okay.
With, like I said, it's an $18,000 deductible. I never use it, but it's there in case, oh shit,
Yeah.
I get cancer or,
Right.
someone breaks a leg, whatever. Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so just, it's
Do
not that
you
big of a
have
deal.
would you recommend investing in any kind of like accident insurance or like Aflac or any of those kinds of things for like, God forbid you can't work for a few months or something like that, or no?
Okay. So yeah, like a disability insurance.
Yeah, just like they would offer in a regular.
So disability insurance is a waste of money if you have a 6 to 12 month emergency fund.
Okay.
Okay. So if you have 6 to 12 month emergency fund, which is what you should have, and I think one of the goals that you should have before you leave your job is to have a 6 to 12 month emergency fund. So if bare bone essentials is $6,000 a month, then you need to have about, $60,000 saved up in a high yield savings account or put it in a CD that just sits there and you never touch it. Okay. Once you have that, you have a massive security blanket, right?
Okay.
At that point, disability insurance is a total waste of money because you don't need it. You have a large nest egg to get you through if you had to, right?
Yeah.
So disability insurance, no, I don't have it because I don't need it anymore. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So not really necessary. Life insurance, life insurance is not that expensive,
Okay.
Your retirement accounts, you can take your 401k match and shove it. Big deal. Whoop-de-doo. What, $3,000, $5,000, whatever.
Yeah,
Does that really move the dial in your life? No, it doesn't,
No.
So
Okay.
when you're self-employed, you can open up a self-employed IRA, a 401k, and you can start investing a lot of money into it. Okay. So, and it reduces your tax obligations. So again, the retirement benefits, bullshit.
So you have an IRA?
I have a SEP IRA, a self-employed IRA. I can put I think it's like $63,000 into it a year, and I do.
Okay.
Because it reduces my tax bill by, it reduces my tax income by $60,000. So why wouldn't I? Right. So, I have few $100,000 sitting in that account, and it just grows every single month. It just continues to grow. I'm not going to touch it until I'm 60 years old or whatever. So
what kind of life insurance do you usually, or do you have, or think is good?
Well, personally, I've reached a 7-figure net worth, so I don't need life insurance. Like if I die,
everybody's good.
Everyone's good. You're not there yet, but you definitely could be in, a few years. Okay. You definitely could be, but for now, just go to Aflac or whatever and just get a policy for $500,000 and pay the $100 a month for it, whatever it is,
Okay.
Yeah. And this is all, you can just write all this stuff off through your business. Okay.
Okay.
So so don't worry too much about the benefits. Okay. Like it's going to be an added expense to your business. Okay. It's just life. Okay. You just got to pay for it. Okay. So don't worry about that. So your goal here is to get an emergency fund, 6 to 12 months preferably if you can. Okay. And when do you actually go from full-time to part-time? My advice is go part-time once you can replace that income from your business. So with that said,
I've heard you say that. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
What are you making a month right now in your business? Profit.
So I've heard you say that on other podcasts. And so, right now, 1 day a week and like the occasional telemed the rest of the week, I'm grossing this in the month of July. I grossed $15,300 and profit was about $4,800. And so my thought is like, if I'm making more in 1 day than I make at my current job in 2 weeks, then what if I added a second day? Then I could double it. And then I would pretty much be matching my current income and exceeding it a little bit. But then I have to take into account paying for health insurance, et cetera, et cetera. Although right now my pay includes that being taken out, which means I would probably get a little bit more pay here if I wasn't paying for benefits, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does. So, so you're making, between $4,000 and $5,000 a month actual profit. So you're your profit margin is, 30, 35%.
Yeah.
With these little niche cash-based clinics, it should probably be between 40 and 50%.
Okay.
So with that said, I feel like you probably have a little bit of a leak here in your expenses and your profit.
Okay.
So you're either not charging enough or you're
Uh-huh.
spending too much money on something. Okay. So you really need to just like look through your credit card statements, look
Okay.
through your income statements, how much are you being paid, look through the pharmacy bills, et cetera, and
Yeah.
find where your biggest expenses are and find a
Okay.
way to see if you can decrease those. And then look at your
Okay.
pricing, look at your competitors, and do you have room to charge an extra $5 or $10 a month for each patient? Because if you
Okay.
can increase your costs by or your prices by $5 or $10, not much, okay?
Okay.
$5 or $10, your profit just increased a lot.
Okay.
You multiply that by how many patients you have. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it can So like my men's health clinic.
That's another thing. So I have been not doing the membership model until recently. So I started out fee for service, which might be the issue. So some of the patients will like drop off here and there. But since rolling the membership out, I've seen different types of memberships. I've seen a definite like increase over the last month and a half.
Yeah. No, patients like membership. It's a monthly thing. It's recurrent income. That's what you want.
Yeah, it's so much better.
Yeah.
Wish I had seen it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely the way to go. So,
yeah,
do you have some room there to pop an extra $5 or $10 to it?
Oh yeah, my prices are really good. I think. I mean, I try to stay slightly below the competition.
Okay. Well,
it seems to be working.
If you add $5 or $10, are you still going to be a little bit below the competition, or are you going to be?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then you know what? Go ahead and you do this slowly. Okay.
Yeah, because we didn't announce the pricing on the memberships yet to our patients, so I could adjust it before.
Just adjust it. Just put $5 extra on it or $10. Okay.
Okay.
And
on
then,
everything.
Yeah, okay. And then 6 months from now, add another $5 to it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So you're still competitive. You're still undercharging just a little bit. And you will see that 30, 35% profit margin go to 40, 45%. And that's going to be an extra $1,000, $2,000 of profit in your pocket a month. Okay.
Yeah. The pricing is one of the hardest things about this, because the prices kind of fluctuate with different pharmacies, shipping costs, there's just all kinds of things that happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, look at your pricing, look at your costs, and your goal is 40 to 50% margin.
Okay.
So if you charge $100 for, you charge $100 for something, your cost should be $50 to $60. And so your profit should be $50 to $40. Right. That's your goal.
That's kind of what I thought I was doing, but I don't know where the leak could be other than, I bought a lot of material. Like I bought like an exam table and a scale, like a nicer scale, a brand new exam table last month. That was a couple thousand. And I bought a bunch of Lipo B vials and vitamin B12 and like syringes. Like I get excited when I start making money and then I start buying things for the clinic.
Well, that's good. That means you're investing money into your business, right?
Right.
So that's good. So, a lot of that stuff is a one-time cost, like the exam table.
Right, exactly.
So next month or 2 months from now, you might find that profit, instead of $4,000 or $5,000, be $7,000 or $8,000. You know what I mean? So I seriously think you're probably there. Like if you want to go from full-time to part-time, you probably can just go ahead and do it.
Woo, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking of just adding, because here I'm only here half the day anyway on Friday, so it wouldn't cut into my profits here that much. Maybe just adding Friday. So then I would only cut back a half a day at patients in my current role. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be a huge cut.
Right. So then what you can do is don't necessarily go just part-time right now. Okay. So what I did was I worked at the urgent care for a few years. I was still considered full-time. And what I was doing was I was just using a lot of my PTO to kind of fill in the gaps. And so, full-time was 3 days a week. It was 3 12-hour shifts, right? And so that was considered full-time. And so, after a couple of years, I was like, hey, I got 120 hours of PTO. I was like, listen, I want to start using 1 day a week. So I went from 3 days to 2 days. I was
Okay.
still getting paid full time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I did that until all my PTO was liquidated. And I'm telling you, that took like a year. Okay. Because, you're still accumulating PTO, right?
Yeah,
So like,
I mean the problem is, unlike when I was at Mayo, is when you're in a small private practice like this, they don't give you a lot of PTO. Like I get
okay.
15 days a year,
Okay. So
and so it's not that great. But that would be good. I mean, I don't take a lot of time off, so I probably do have some PTO. I don't really know right now.
okay. So start using some of that. And then those days you work in your practice to see some more patients. Okay.
Okay.
And maybe just go to the practice manager and be like, hey, listen, I want to go to 2.5 days a week and, load me up as long as I'm still seeing the same amount of patients and still producing what you guys need me to produce.
True.
I don't see a problem here. And they probably shouldn't, and they shouldn't see a problem with that either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe just go have a conversation with them. Just see if you can
They're
get another.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're so cool.
Okay. So if you could just get another half day or a day in to focus in on your business, then you can start growing patient and start growing your volume on that other day. And then over a period of 6 months, really, really buckle down and start getting that emergency fund built. Okay. Take money from your business, take the income that you're making from your practice or from your job, and just start getting that emergency fund built. Once you hit about $60,000, once you hit that number, what'll probably happen is that your business will now start doing $10,000 or $12,000 a month profit. Okay.
Yeah.
You'll have $60,000 saved, and you're going to start feeling a lot more confident cutting back on that job. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I have an investment fund, I guess, that I could technically, if I had to use, that's 40, like total is like 70,000.
Is that is that a retirement account or is that just like a post-tax brokerage account?
It was an inheritance when I was young. Like my grandparents left it for me for like college expenses, stuff like that. And I spent most of it on living.
Okay. So if you got $70,000 sitting in that, it's probably just like where is that? Is it like Charles Schwab or Fidelity or something?
I have 40 at Putnam Investments, which is like my ex-boyfriend used to work there. So I moved it. And then I had the other 35 at Wells Fargo money market. But like there have been a couple of times where I've called them and I'm like, hey, I need 10 grand and they'll just send me a check. So it's not like I can't tap into it. I just don't want to because I like that I have it to give to my children one day or like towards college or whatever. I just keep it there just as like a safety net.
Okay. Yeah. But listen, though, if you can use that as your emergency fund, and you double down on your business, that $70,000 is going to be peanuts compared to what you can generate.
You're right. I mean, I have thought about that. I'm just scared, it's scary.
It is scary. But once you start doing it, though, you'll be like, what the hell was I so anxious about?
Right.
Like you're going to be like, wow, okay, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I would do is this investment place where where your money is, they're probably charging you too much in terms of financial advisory fees. Okay. Take your money out of there. You don't need them to manage it. Okay. You don't need that. All right. Take your money out of that. Throw it in that Wells Fargo money market account while interest rates right now are 5%.
Okay.
Just throw it all in there. Let it sit there. Let it sit there and just make 5%. Okay. That's your emergency fund. Okay. And then
so put it all in one fund. The Putnam one seems like it's earning more money than the Wells Fargo is.
Well,
because it might be a little more aggressive.
Yeah, it's probably invested in various stocks and stuff. It's actively managed.
It is.
Yeah. And you need to know how much they're charging you. I mean, what's their advisory fee? 0.5%, 1%, 2%. Like, what is that?
I don't know.
Yeah. See, most people don't. And that 1%, 2% over a period of 20 years adds up to a lot of money. Okay. I mean, I have a very, very large investment portfolio that I just manage myself because it's not that hard. Okay. Yeah. Like you just put that stuff in a couple index funds and call it a day. Okay.
Okay. So put it all at Wells Fargo though for now. You think the money
just
market?
Put it there for now. Correct. Just let it sit there. It's earning 5% right now. And then if you want to, I'd be more than happy to hop on a little private call with you for 5 or 10 minutes and kind of just maybe walk through, how I could just help you. Like, okay, put it in this fund, put it that fund, put it in this fund and call it a day. Okay. So that way you're getting the maximum amount of value you possibly can out of it. Okay.
Yeah. I just have zero like financial management background. That's just not something that's ever been of interest, but I want to know more only because I just want to be smarter about it. It's especially as my children get older, it's one of those things that you need to be in charge of.
I mean, I did create that financial independence investment course for a reason. It'll really teach you everything you know.
That's on my list. That and the tax course, but we're still doing piloting and some other courses.
Yeah. Those 2 courses right there, the financial investment course and the tax course, those two courses right there will save you and make you more money than a lot of other, like out of any of them in terms of guaranteed return.
Tax and investment. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. Cool. So, you're welcome. So you already have your emergency fund then. Okay. So that's not even something you even worry about. Okay. So instead, why don't you just cut down 1 day a week at your job, double down on your business because you're only working 1 day a week. Double down on it, start getting more patient volume in, start offering referral bonuses, do whatever you can to get word of mouth out, go put a billboard up, something like that to get some patients in the door, start building that up. Okay. And then once that second day fills up, in theory, your profit should double. So you should be at like $10,000 or $12,000 a month. At that point, is it worth still working?
All right. I hope everyone's enjoying the episode so far. I just wanted to take a quick break to thank everyone listening and also give a big thank you to all of my social media followers and email subscribers. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to our email list at www.elitenp.com and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Email subscribers will receive updates on new weekly podcast episodes, multiple weekly articles we publish, new courses, and everything else related to helping you succeed. Remember, all elite nurse practitioner courses are designed to help you build a niche practice, increase your financial strength, and to break free from the rat race. If I can break free and the other countless nurse practitioners can break free, then so can you. Additionally, please share this podcast with your other nurse practitioner sisters and brothers out there. The more NPs that venture out on their own, the stronger our profession will become. Now, let's get back to the episode.
I honestly would rather not. I really feel like I've missed so much time with my children already. Like I just can't wait till I can have that balance. Like I'm so ready.
Right. Time is the most valuable thing you'll ever have in your life. And so
100%.
Yeah. So, if you could get to a point where your business is making you $150,000 a year profit, which is not, I think you're probably 6 to 12 months from that. Okay. I mean, you can start making $150,000 a year in profit, working 2 or 3 days a week. Like you can say, okay, I'm content here.
Camper.
Yeah. Do whatever you want.
Right. I mean, I think my big picture goal is like what you talked about, like adding another NP, et cetera, growing the company. But like for the immediate goal, it's like, I just want to spend more time with my kids and be able to make hopefully more money than I'm making now, but not like exponential amounts. I definitely would like to double my income, would be great, but like I want time.
Yeah. Well, I think that you're probably going to be able to get that if you can get out of this job.
Yeah. And they're like, what? They're trying to like add more patients. They're like, can you see a 415? Can you see a 430? And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're killing me.
Yeah. Making them.
I'm tired.
Yeah. You're 40 years old. I'm 40 years old too. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to feel it.
Oh yeah. I'm tired. And my kids wear me out. They're 4 and 8. So it's a lot.
Yeah. So listen, I think you're there. Okay. I think over the next 6 to 12 months, I think you're going to have a serious conversation with, your husband, maybe your kids or whatever, go camping or go on a hike by yourself and just sit there and think, am I there? Am I comfortable with this? And just leave. Because listen, one of the biggest regrets I have in my professional business life was not leaving my job sooner.
Yeah.
Like it was a false sense of security and I regret it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I just feel like as long as I had my foot in the door, because they're just so wonderful to me here, I love them. But then I'll always have something to fall back on, and that just makes me feel secure. So that's where I have to let go eventually of that.
You just gotta let go of it, okay?
I think he would take me back if I ever really needed to. I think he will.
You're a nurse practitioner with 14 years experience. You can find a job,
Yeah, I mean, I could. You're
right. Like worst case scenario, your business fails and you got to go get a job. Like,
yeah,
that's worst case. Like,
yeah, I think the weight loss is what makes me a little nervous because it's like about 40% of my business right now that's like booming or doing so well is the weight loss piece. But you know how it is. Like, who knows if that's one of those drugs is going to go generic or they're going to take it out of compounding pharmacies, et cetera. And even though I am doing a lot of the hormone stuff is taking off, which has been great, like a female HRT, there's just not a lot of people offering that service. So my patients just word of mouth has been huge with that. But I just don't want to, if the weight loss falls off, that's what makes me a little nervous. Although sure. I could always beef up the primary care piece. My thought about the direct primary care, and I know you feel the same way, is like, do I really want to be on call every day? Like, do I want people emailing and texting, hey, I'm sick, I need I just don't want to do that.
No, it's a pain in the ass. Yeah,
it is a pain in the ass.
It's a pain in the ass. Yeah. Okay, listen, the weight loss thing, I get it. I mean, I think everyone has that. I mean, I think everyone in the back of their head's kind of worried about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is why you diversify your practice services, and that's what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
So diversify your services, and if something happens with the GLP-1s and compounders, et cetera, okay, let's say 40% of your business dries up because of that. All right.
Right.
You still got 60%. So if you're making $12,000 a month a year from now, 40% dries up, you're still okay.
Yeah.
Right.
True.
But you can still pivot into other things. There's still phentermine. There's still other stuff. And listen, I don't think that compounded semaglutide or tirzepatide is going to magically just go away. It's not going to happen.
There's also have you heard about the sublingual semaglutide?
Yeah. Yeah. So there's other things. Okay. The compounding pharmacies are making a shit ton of money with this stuff.
Oh yeah.
They are going to find loopholes. Okay.
True.
They're paying lawyers lots and lots of money to find loopholes and stuff. So listen.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. It's out of your control. Okay. Keep making the loot. Okay.
True. Okay.
Yeah. Just keep doubling.
It's funny, Justin. All of this business growth is without a sign. I don't even have a sign at all on my business. Like we just are getting the sign installed on Thursday, tomorrow.
Okay. So you're going to get a sign. Yeah. Listen, you're going to start getting busier. Like
zero marketing, really.
Now just imagine if you had another day or two of energy to spend on marketing, you can go get the word out. Imagine how much busier you get.
Exactly. Like, so what I did, I didn't really tell you, but, so my mom's a therapist. She's a mental health counselor. When I was looking for a location, because I followed what you said, you need a Google listing, et cetera. And I wanted something low cost. And she was like, well, why don't I reach out to one of the therapists who is in charge of running the building I'm in and see if they have an open space. So my mom and I just shared an office for the first 4 months. And I paid $380 a month for it. And it was a beautiful office with a waiting room and everything. And now I moved into a bigger room where I put my exam table, and now it's like a, nice little concierge kind of medical room or medical office space. So it just looks really nice. And then this is the thing that's kind of bothering me. So I am paying the therapy group's front desk person $10 an hour to do my phone, email, and scheduling stuff. But she's charging me for her full week of work, 27 hours a week. And I'm only there 8 hours. So she's basically getting paid to take a few calls during the rest of the week, which I don't know if I'm doing that right. I don't know if that's a smart choice, because I think I'm going to have to hire an MA soon to do all of these blood draws. And there's a few patients that want to come in and have me give their shots. So I'm taking half my day now drawing, a third of my day the last 2 weeks I've been doing blood draws and giving people their shots because they don't want to drop the dose themselves and they get nervous about it and stuff like that. So if I hire an MA that can do all of that, then do I still need to pay this front desk person to answer phones? Or, I don't know. That part of it has been a little bit stressful trying to figure it out.
Yeah. So the biggest question you have to ask yourself is where is the majority of my time going that's not income generating, kind of just busy bullshit work?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So once you can hire someone or have someone start doing that stuff for you, it frees up your time to see patients. That's income generating, and to market. That's income generating. Okay.
Right.
So don't overthink this. Just do what you got to do. Hire whoever you have to hire to take over that work from you. Okay. I mean, you've been open now for 8 or 9 months. Like, you put the initial work into it. You paid your dues. Now it's time to invest money back in your business and hire staff, hire people that can start doing this stuff for you. Yes, an MA can do most of this stuff. They're trained in back office and front office. Okay.
That's what I was thinking. Should I just have the MA do all of it and let their office manager just do their therapy group and just forget about it? Because I feel like she's getting overwhelmed with doing all of it because they have 6 therapists plus me on Monday. And I just feel like things are falling through the cracks. Like, I'll have to double check payments, getting to like double charge people by accident. One time there was like a vial of blood in the parking lot that she didn't seal the bag all the way. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I don't think she can handle all this work.
No, that's a liability for you. Okay.
Yeah.
So just hire someone. I mean, you could probably get away with having someone part-time right now, paying for 25 hours a week. Okay.
That's what I was thinking. But then what do you do for the phone calls the rest of the week while I'm at work? Do you hire like one of those virtual assistant companies?
Well, what you could do is you could tell the MA that you hire, hey, I need you in office
Monday and Friday
or Monday, Thursday, Friday, whatever. Okay. I need you in office on the days off. I need you to still answer the phone calls. And for that, I'll pay you this. Okay. Or you can just pay them to be there 5 days a week. Okay. Listen, you're going to be growing. You're going to be scaling.
True.
Okay. If your office is open 5 days a week and you have a sign out there, people are going to stop by and knock on the door and walk in. And if there is nobody there, what message does that send that person?
Yeah. I mean, well, Devin's there, the front office person is there, but she's like dealing with like the customers from the therapy group mostly. I mean, there was one time where like she was out at lunch, and there was another time where she was like shopping for fridges for her boss, for her other boss. And I was like, okay, you have to be in the office when my patients come. Like, that's what I'm paying you for. So there's been just a couple of things that have been stressful with that arrangement. The arrangement's just a little bit odd. Like, I'm sharing her with her initial.
Yeah, that's not someone who's going to help scale your business. Okay.
No,
it's just not. So
when I asked her, I'd offered her a bonus for like signing up new memberships, and she was like, I'm not good at sales. I was like, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Okay. Listen.
Yeah.
Be open 4 days a week. Okay. Tuesday through Friday.
Okay.
Right? 8 hours or whatever. Okay.
Okay.
That's 32 hours. Pay your MA $20 an hour. That's good money. Okay. That's $640 a week. All right. That's $2,500 a month. Okay. You will have someone there now who can order meds from the compounding pharmacies, who can answer the phones, who can sell patients, who can draw labs, who can do all this busy shit that you don't want to do.
Right.
Okay. They'll do all of that. This is an investment into your business, because now you're not doing that. And now your time is seeing patients and getting new patients. And what you will find is that $2,500 you pay them a month, you'll be able to replace that, account for that money within 3 months. Okay. All right. So it's an investment into your business.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the best investments you could make into your business right now.
So how do you pick this person though? Because like I'm putting so much pressure on this one medical assistant that the one that I've interviewed like 3 or 4, one of them, she had a 3-day-a-week job at a hospital. So I was like, okay, that's perfect because you can just do my stuff one day. But then I'm like, well, then what if I need to grow and she's still working full time? That's not really
No. Listen, It's 4 days a week. It's 32 hours a week. That's what I'm paying you for.
Okay. So I'm going to change the position then to 32 hours. I need a commitment from you.
I need a commitment from you. And just tell them this. Yeah. I'm paying you for 32 hours a week. Okay. You help me grow my business. You help me grow this business. I will give you production bonuses. So the 32 hours a week, you'll probably get paid more like for 40 hours if you help me grow.
And how do you figure out the bonus?
Just have revenue goals for the month. You know what I mean? Say if we hit $10,000 a month in, profit this month, okay? Or no, don't say profit, say gross revenue, because they don't need to know what the profits are, okay? So, right. So if it's, if you have a 50% margin, you need $20,000 in gross revenue that month to make $10,000 for you, right? So you tell them, if we hit $20,000 a month, I will start paying you for 40 hours of work for doing 32. Okay. Listen, this is just someone who's making $20 an hour. Okay. Who probably doesn't have a whole lot of ambitions in life. They just, they just go to work, they go home, so they get a free 8 hours. That's a lot to them. Okay. Right. Like you don't have to give them $5,000 bonuses here. You know what I mean? So just give them an incentive that makes sense to you from a financial aspect. Okay. Motivates them. Listen, my MAs at my men's health clinic, I get $1,000 bonuses for Christmas, each one of them.
That's awesome.
$1,000. July, $1,000 bonus. They get $2,000 bonuses every year. That motivates them to work hard, right?
Yeah, I would love to be able to do that. Yeah.
Right, and you will be able to do that. Trust me, you will be able to, okay? You build a place to work that is a good place to work, and people will work good for you, Like, hey, I saw gas this month is $3.50 a gallon. I mean, it's kind of expensive. Here, put it on the gas station. Let me fill up your gas tank for you. You should do shit like that.
Yeah. Now, when you picked your first MA, for person that you hired, did you go for somebody who was a little bit older with a lot of experience? You didn't have to mess with training them on how to draw blood, et cetera. Or did you hire somebody who was like fresh out of school that you could kind of mold into? Because you know how sometimes a new grad can be almost I went
with a 22-year-old kid who just graduated college.
Okay.
Yeah. Was it a risk? Sure it was, but that's who I hired at my second men's health location too. I like new grads. I can train them. They, I personally don't want to hire an MA who has 20 years of experience because they're going to be stuck in their ways. But
I know. That's what I was worried about.
Yeah, but on the other side of the coin, though, they have a lot of experience, know how to deal with stuff. So it's just one of those.
I know.
You just got to feel it out,
Okay.
Put an ad out there, interview 6 to 12 people. You'll know who's right for you. You'll know.
Do you use Indeed for hiring usually?
Yeah, Indeed, Craigslist, Facebook, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
I thought about getting a student because they would do it for free. Then I was like, I tried to email like a couple local MA schools and I got zero.
No, don't waste your time. No.
Okay.
So just post a couple ads out there, interview people, trust your gut.
Okay.
If your gut or your instinct is feeling bad about something, follow it. Okay.
Okay.
If you said something bad or wrong with someone, follow your gut. Okay. Trust me on that.
Okay.
You'll know who's right. You'll know.
You do. Yeah, you definitely do.
Yeah. So don't complicate it. I mean, you have to pay them W-2. It's not 1099. Okay. It's a W-2.
Oh, it's not.
No. It's W-2. Okay. So just pay them, put them on payroll. You can do it through QuickBooks if you want to do it yourself or have your accountant do it, whatever. Okay.
Okay.
And that's it. Don't worry about benefits. Don't worry about any of that other shit. Just pay them and just have them do their job. Okay.
And you don't let them work from home ever? Like, hey, you can answer phones from home today? Like, none of that?
No, because I want them in my office because people are going to be walking in.
True. That's a sale.
And we give testosterone shots. We give vitamin injections and stuff. I need someone there to give that stuff.
Exactly. Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's good feedback.
Yeah. So.
Okay. I got to redo the whole thing, but it's fine. That's good. I'm going to reframe that whole position now. And okay.
Any other questions?
So what do you think about like this Clarity Health company? They keep blowing me up. I did a bunch of intake and I was like about to pull the trigger on it, but I'm not sure how I feel. I'm kind of having second thoughts. So it's a company that sends you patients through their like online marketing, they do all that. They post like a profile about you. And when someone Googles like, telemed weight loss, they like pull you up, click on it, schedule an appointment. They do the payments. They have a virtual MA. So I was thinking about trying that to like fill in the gaps for a little bit. And they said that I can keep the patients when I cancel. And it's no commitment from me other than they take $25 off the top of every visit.
How much is it? 20%?
They take, $25. Like just, that's it. Like $25. So if I want to, let's say I want to make $100 on the appointment, then we charge $125. And then they take $25. And they said I can keep all the patients when I leave. And they'll send me inpatient and telemed, in person and telemed. Have you ever heard of that? It's called Clarity.
Yeah. As long as the patients are yours and not theirs, then $25 is really not that much.
But then the catch is once you go to like finish the agreement and everything, they're like, oh, by the way, you have to use our EMR and our eScribe function, which is going to be $75, I think it was, a month.
You have to use their EMR too?
Yeah, which I felt like is going to create a lot of like more busy work for me.
No, listen, this is the third party. They're telling you how to do your business. Screw that.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? You got to use their EMR. Are these patients?
I know.
No, absolutely not. No,
okay.
No, never use these third parties and stuff because it's not your business. It's
right.
It's a middleman. It's insurance,
In their big thing is like ADHD. And in Florida, I can't prescribe ADHD meds anyway because of the laws the way that they are. So either I have to go back and get my psych certification or I just can't do that at all. So I feel like they're trying to get a lot of those ADHD patients, which I'm not even going to really need. So.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I mean, if you can't do it, you can't do it.
Yeah.
Why worry about it?
So, all right. So I'm getting the signs. I did one ad in a country club magazine, which yielded zero return. It was $500, complete waste of money. And that's really all I've done. And then just Instagram and Facebook and word of mouth. What's been huge for me is salons, hair salons. So my girlfriend works in a hair salon. She lost 50 pounds on Ozempic. She's told like everyone about me. And they're just coming, one tells the other, because all these hairstylists make a lot of money and they don't have insurance. So it's like been amazing. So just pro tip, hair salons.
Yep. And this basically solidifies what I always say. Advertise and go where your patients are, right? Yeah. That's your demographic. Go there. You know what I mean? There's a reason why we advertise at gyms for my men's health clinic. We advertise at bars. We put our ads in, quarterly.
I thought about doing a gym ad.
Yeah. They're great. They can work.
Because I love the testosterone patients. Like, they're so easy and they're easy. No drama. Yeah.
It's so easy. Yeah. I saw patients today, actually. I had like 6 follow-ups to do. It took me a whopping hour.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm taking so much of your time here. What do you think about people that want to, like, friends that want discounts? Like, how do you handle that? Isn't that just kind of a difficult situation to be in when you're seeing friends or family? They're like, oh, can you give me a discount?
Good friends, not acquaintances, good friends and family that I actually like. I help them out. I basically just charge them my cost.
Okay.
But
so you don't really make anything off of this.
Yeah. But I mean, if you have 100, if you have 100 friends, then obviously don't do that.
I have a lot of friends. I mean, I actually have like probably 10 friends that come to me. They're fine with paying. I mean, they pay. I just feel bad sometimes, like charging them.
Hey, listen, if they don't have a problem, don't offer it to them,
And then 5% off for referral discount or 10?
Do 10. Why not? 10%, just 10% off for 1 month. That's it though. Okay.
It's just one time. Okay. And then every time they send me another patient, do I give them an additional 10?
Absolutely. We've had
so you're cool with that.
Yeah. We had a guy at my men's health clinic who he was referring so many people to us. He got like 3 months of treatment for free.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I've been doing that. And then what do you think about an initial 15-minute like free meet and greet type of appointment? I'm not doing that now. I charge $100 for the weight loss consult and if they're anything more than that, it's 200 for like hormones / primary care / weight loss, whatever. But I'm wondering if I'm missing out by not offering that, like, hey, because then if they meet me and they feel confident in their decision, then they'll want to invest.
You can do it in person if you want. I personally just do it as a phone call.
Okay, so you do that.
Yeah. So at my men's health clinic, like on our website, schedule now for your free 15-minute consultation. Okay.
Okay.
We get a lot of leads from that. And I would say probably I convert 75% of them. Okay.
And you just talk to them about what to expect, order their blood
I'm
work.
just like, why are you interested in this? Okay. Tell me about your symptoms. Okay. Listen, sounds like it could be low testosterone. Next step is get some blood work. I mean, I can't really tell you anything else. You know what I mean?
You just email them a lab order and then they come back with the results.
Pretty much that, or they come in and we draw it, either. Yeah.
Do you have issues with Quest and the tubes? Like they're giving me the runaround. Versus they want the tubes, they want the SST spun down. Then they said they want the red top tube not spun down. I'm like, they're driving me crazy with that. I think I've finally figured it out, but I don't know if you have like a set tubes that you draw for the men, like for the men's kind of just profile, like CMP, testosterone, total and free, et cetera. Do you just use 2 SSTs and a lavender?
I don't know that answer because, to be honest with you, I haven't drawn labs or anything like that in like 4 years. I don't know. Okay. Like I have, I mean, I got staff that do that, that does that for me. I have no idea.
Okay. And then the syringes for the testosterone, where do you order them from? Because Top RX only has like so much and they're kind of odd. They come with like a safety and the units are not listed. They're listed as like 0.1, 0.2. Do you have a specific syringe company you use for the testosterone patients to inject at home? Or
it's the insulin needles that we use. I forgot what they're
That's
called.
what I use. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, it's marked in units, which is, I mean, it's just another, 50 units is 0.5 mL. So I just.
But where do you order them from?
We get mostly from McKesson. We just order boxes of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And we order a shit ton at one time. I'm talking about like, UPS will drop off 2 or 3 huge boxes, and it's nothing but.
Okay. Yeah, I ordered a bunch. I think I'm good for right now, but.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that. What do you think about white labeling vitamins? Do you do that?
I did it for a little while, and I just didn't really find it to be all that profitable.
I feel like it's a pain in the ass. Okay.
It's a pain in the ass. You can just send patients to full script. Just have them order off full script and you get like.
That was my next question. Okay.
Yeah. You get like a little 20, 30% off the top, whatever.
Okay. What about if they're like a men's health patient, then they want to add on weight loss? Do you give a percentage discount on the second membership?
Correct. So basically like the first one that they choose is like the base, right? So they come in, they're doing semaglutide weight loss, whatever. It's, $300 a month. If they want to add on testosterone replacement therapy, then basically what I do is I just charge them for the vial. And then the follow-up visits for the weight loss are also a follow-up visit for the testosterone because, the testosterone follow-up takes 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, So basically I just charge them extra for like the meds. So like, for example, with like testosterone, I still have to make it worth my risk,
I know.
Yeah. So if they're paying me $300 a month for weight loss and they want testosterone replacement on top of it, then it's like an extra, it comes up being actually like $100 a month versus the membership.
Because the female HRT patients, they're just very labor intensive. They just are. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of And so what I'll do, like if they're already enrolled in the weight loss program and then they add like, oh, by the way, I have hot flashes and I need a whole workup and I need compounded hormones. Like I charge the visit fee for that because I'm like, I'm going to, that's $100 follow-up visit plus the weight. Like I make the weight loss packages just kind of your weight loss concerns. Like we weigh you, we talk about diet and exercise, but when we get into all of these other things, it's really, I charge for the visit and then the compounded hormones or whatever that cost is. Do you think that's a good way to do it?
Yeah. I mean, that's an okay way to do it. Just, at the end of the day, you got to make sure that how much time you're putting into it is worth your while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're making $150,000 a year profit out of this practice, then your time is worth, how many hours do you put into it?
Yeah.
A year basically. So if you put in 10 hours a week into it times, however many weeks out of the year that you work, let's just call it 50 or whatever. That's 500 hours. So if you make $150,000 a year, divide that by 500, and that tells you how much you make an hour. That's how much your time is worth, and that's what you need to be charging.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. So it just has to be worth your while. Like I stopped doing just ED medication evaluation. It was a waste of my time.
Okay.
Like, I charged $40 for this bottle of tadalafil or whatever. And I mean, this is going to be 10 minutes. It's like, because that's all it's worth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just have to figure out what battle do you want to choose in terms of how much money you're making. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
just keep that in mind.
I mean, my understanding too is like in the state of Florida, I have to do primary care. Do you know anything about that? Like I thought I have to offer that as a service.
If you want to be autonomous, you do. Yeah. There's no way around that.
I thought so. Okay. Yeah. So that's why I keep that going. And it's not really taken off that much, but I haven't pushed it. I've sort of been pushing the specialty stuff.
Don't worry about it. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, weight loss and HRT fall within primary care. I mean, come on.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And then you said you paid up $1,500 for malpractice. My malpractice was like $6,500, I think, or $5,800. Is that about right?
You're in Florida.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, that's Florida.
All right. I think those are the main questions.
Okay.
What do you do if somebody loses a vial? Do you give them a free vial since they're in the men's health program? Like if they lose a testosterone, or they leave it on the airplane?
I charge them a restocking fee, basically whatever the cost is for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe add like another $10 or $20 to, pay for the time to refill it and stuff. So.
And then how do patients get in touch with your clinic? Do they, like if they have a medical question, do they text, email, or call?
They typically just call.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually they just call. I mean, they can send a message to the clinical portal or something like that, but most of them just give us a call.
Okay. And what do you think? You think I should offer pelleting? Because that's one thing I haven't started yet, which I think could be a big revenue stream.
If patients are asking for it, yes.
Yes, they are. The women all are interested.
Always listen to the patient and give them what they're asking for.
Have you had a lot of bleeding problems or anything with those procedures? I'm not fully through your pelleting course yet.
No, not really. I mean, as long as you're not butchering people, it shouldn't be much of a problem.
I don't think I have a lot of experience doing procedures. I think I'll be fine. I don't want to pay. That was the other thing you mentioned, but BioT, Telecom, they charge huge amounts of money. I couldn't believe how much they wanted. Plus they're taking half of your profit. It's insane.
It's insane. Those people, it's a ripoff. No, just do it yourself.
Okay. Yeah. And then one other thing, do you have a system of how you keep track of who pays what membership and when they're due for renewal, if they pay up front 3 months, then
so we have
charge them.
Yeah, we have a Google Excel spreadsheet. You know what I mean? That's online. Idea. Yeah, we just basically put it in there, and then when they call for a refill or whatever, we make sure that they've been paying. We check our, we get into our Clover payment processor. We make sure that the monthly payments are coming through, and if they're not, we say, hey, listen, you haven't paid in 3 months, you don't get a refill. Simple as that. Pay up, you get a refill. So.
All right. I think that's the biggest questions that I've had. You are so helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome. So I like to end the episode with you asking me a question. Do you have a question specifically for me, a curiosity, anything like that?
Yes. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
10 years, I see myself probably being mostly retired. I doubt I'll probably be working much, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, I still have a couple projects that I really want to knock out over the next couple of years. Grow those projects, sell those businesses, and I'll probably at that point more or less just be done.
Just be a dad.
Just be a dad. I'm gonna coach my son's golf team. I'm gonna volunteer my time, maybe helping adolescent boys that don't have a father. Be a man. Just something like that. That's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna, because once you have a certain amount of money, it doesn't become an object in your life anymore. You don't need it anymore. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so then that way you can just spend your time doing what you want. And so I'm probably just gonna raise my kid, try to be a good dad, try to help other people, take lots of trips, fish a lot. Like, honestly, I'll probably be there in like 5 years, not 10, but yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah. So you'll be there.
I feel like I'm going to need a follow-up call because I think I'm going to need to talk to you again in like 6 months.
Okay. So listen, you got my email. Please email me. I love doing follow-ups. I don't really do a whole lot of follow-ups on the podcast. I mean, we do a couple of them, but like if you want to do a follow-up, you got my email. Shoot me an email and we'll get it done.
Okay. And then one other thing, how do I get the slides from your courses? Like I try to screenshot them and they come out blurry. Am I doing something wrong? Like, is there a way to print them?
At the very beginning of it, where that little CE, what the hell is it even called? It's like the CE announcement there where like, who's the authors, this amount of CE you get, everything like that. The PDF should be right there. You just scroll down and you should be able to just download it.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. Or you can email us, the EliteMP@EliteMP.com, and we'll shoot them over to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Justin. You're an amazing mentor, and I couldn't appreciate you more. Thank you.
All right. You're very, very welcome. You take care.
Take care. Bye.
All right. Bye. I hope everyone enjoyed the episode with Amber. She's doing pretty well. She's keeping her business simple and she's working full time. She's minimizing her risk. She's still making money through her job, right? She seems like she has her financial house set up, like she's not in a whole lot of debt. Her expenses are in check. So she'll be continuing to make money through her job while she builds her business. She's sticking to it 1 day a week, guys. That's all you have to do, okay? Like she's making $5,000-$6,000 a month in profit at this point, working 1 day a week, okay? You do not need to spend 5 days a week during the initial startup phase, during the first year or two of your business. You do not need to, okay? You only dedicate that amount of time when it's necessary, when you have that kind of patient volume, okay? So this is why you follow the Elite NP model. You continue working and start the business on the side, do it 1 day a week, give it 6 months, and pivot from there. If you do that, you minimize your risk. All right, hope everyone enjoyed this episode. Talk to you guys later. Thanks, bye.
Thank you for listening to the show. Quick legal disclaimer. The content of this podcast is meant for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be used as legal, financial, medical, regulatory, or practice-specific advice. For information pertaining to your specific legal, financial, medical, or practice-specific needs, please be sure to consult with your lawyer, CPA, medical director, and/or your state's practice laws and the most up-to-date clinical guidelines. As always, do your due diligence when it comes to any information found online and in podcasts. The content in this podcast is copyrighted by Galaxy Medical Southwest 2023 and cannot be duplicated, rebroadcasted, or reproduced without our written permission.